my blessing box has little 3x3 cards, and on Valentine's usually, and I know this is almost October, but usually on Valentine's Day, I carry around little 3x3 cards, and because I always feel like somebody's going to be left out on Valentine's Day. Not left out, but you know, maybe need a little pickup. And so what I've done is I carry around little Valentines that just have a sweet, you know, hope you have a wonderful day, know that you are loved, and I'll leave them places like, I mean, and this is kind of crazy, I've left one in a Walmart ladies' restroom just by the mirror, and I put, if I have an envelope, I just put "for you" on it, and I feel in my heart that whoever is supposed to have that card is going to find it and pick it up. And so, and hopefully it is a blessing to them, okay? Maybe they needed a little lift that day. So, you know, I'm always trying to think of how I can give back and use this craft of ours that is fun and fulfilling, but it also is a giving craft. Most of what we make are cards or little treat boxes or little, and we give it away. It's not so that we'll have a box full of cards. They're to send. So anyway, that's my thought behind this. So I'm doing one like for the fall season, and I'll talk a little bit more about it as I show it to you. But I'm hoping that you will try something like this. Another way I use it is to give to like a clerk checking me out at the store, or the lady at the post office, or my mail lady, leave one in the mailbox, or just even a loved one, sticking in a lunch kit or a lunch sack, or putting it on the pillow on the bed at night. Just, you know, just something unexpected. And so, you know, I think we'd all really be surprised how much that is, how much it blesses someone. So I'm hoping you will join me in this, and try to, these are easy to make. You don't have to do it exactly like I'm doing it. I'm sure you have supplies, but I thought this particular stamp set and bundle lended itself to this, and so I'm going to get started. Okay, again, thank you for sharing. And oh, one more thing. Next week, I'm going to do the live on Saturday. It's World Cardmaking Day on Saturday. Woohoo! And so I will be doing 3 or 4 live videos Saturday morning and early afternoon with just different card projects to share, because it's World Cardmaking Day and we need to celebrate it. So anyway, be sure to mark your calendar for that. I believe that's the 5th of October, and I probably will start about 10 a.m. Central Time with my first video, so be sure and tune in. Okay? All right, let me go ahead and flip you down. I did a little different setup with my phone, so I'm hoping I have got it okay. Here, let me flip you down. And there we go. I added an extender so it would extend out a little more, and I think it's going to be okay. That's good. Okay. All right. So here is the 2 Every Season stamp set and bundle. And this is very versatile. It's got little small images and sweet sentiments for Thanksgiving or fall, Halloween, Christmas or winter, and Valentine's Day. So you see the hearts. And then it comes with these 4 mini punches, which I love these. Heart, a snowflake, a little bat, and the leaf. And this is the one we'll be using today. Okay, so let me show you my blessing box. so here it is. It's a simple box. We're going to be putting that together first, and you can see I've used Thankful Each Day on the front, and then it opens up like this. And then inside I have 3x3 cards, and I just put a little piece of white on the inside, whisper white, so that I could write a message, okay? And I did 9 of them, and then I used our little small mini envelopes of 3x3s. These are in the annual catalog, and you can see I just stamped a couple of leaves on each one. So my thinking is to make sure these are all gone before Thanksgiving, which they should be gone before then, but you know, by Thanksgiving. And then I thought you could save the box and put it on your Thanksgiving table and let everybody write down a sentiment of gratitude and put it in the box, okay? And then you could put it under your Christmas tree, all right? So that's just a little idea for you. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna get my trimmer in here. And we are going to use a piece of Mary Merlot cardstock. And this is 8.5 by 11, but I need for it to be 6 1/4 by 11. So let me go ahead, and the 6 1/4 is right here. And it's 11 long, so I'm just gonna leave that. All right. So now I'm going to get out a Simply Scored scoring tool. And we're going to put the long side up here and do some scoring. And I'll have all of these measurements on my blog tomorrow, okay? And I'll put a link to it here on Facebook. Okay, so 1 1/2. Make sure it's butted up against the top there. 1 1/2, 4 3/4, 6 1/4, and 9 1/2. Okay, I'm going to turn it. And if you guys are asking questions or saying something, I don't have my computer up today, so I can't see. So, all right, I'll answer you later. Okay, so now I've got the short side at the top, the 6 1/4 inch side at the top, and 1 1/2, and 4 3/4. Okay, let's get this out of the way. And we're going to get our bone folder and do some creases and some cutting, okay? You know, a lot of times we don't think about making just little 3x3 cards. I know that it's been a while since I've made some, but they're really cute and easy to carry. You know, I mentioned earlier that I do some for Valentine's Day, and I just carry them in a Ziploc bag in my purse. And anyway, let's see. All right, so I did a good burnish on all of those score lines. Hi Shannon, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. You're good. We're just getting started. All right, so we're going to cut up on all of these score lines here. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of chat maybe while I'm doing this, because I'm going to do some trimming too. This kind of box is really easy to put together, and also this would also make a nice gift. But if you don't want to store the box, you know, because sometimes, you know, space can be an issue. So, but you could store it flat. You could do all the scoring and everything and just assemble it when you need it. And it, you know, one sheet of our 8.5 by 11 cardstock is perfect. Now I'm going to do some little angle and trimming off there. Hey Linda. And like that. Just each little tab, it just kind of helps it go together easier sometimes, for me anyway. So as I was getting ready, earlier today I was in here, my husband was out fishing. I thought, you know, I'm just going to go in there and play around. And my club, monthly card club that meets in Texas, sometimes I have to meet with them virtually because I'm here, but I was getting my projects ready for them for this month. And so I did some cutting on that, and then the clock that is up in my studio here on the wall is a little slow. So I thought it was 3:30 and it was like 3:45. So, I mean, I can do a whole lot in 30 minutes. 15 minutes, I was a little pressed. So, hence the minute late and a little bit flustered, but I'm good. Good to go amongst friends here, so. All right. Let me see. All right, so I didn't do the ends over here. All right, so now we're going to do this, okay? And I probably shouldn't have done that cut there, but I was jabbering, so it's all good. It'll be neater. So I'm gonna probably be sorry, but I'm gonna use liquid glue. I'm gonna have to hold it a second. Tombow is a good glue, and it just takes a second to dry, but what I love about it is lots of wiggle room, but when it dries, it's stuck. Okay. And y'all see what I mean about that? On these big tabs, I probably didn't need to cut in like that. I was just getting excited and did that, but it's okay. It's just my little blessing box. Match up the top, hold it a second. Okay. And so here, forming the box bottom, using Tombow liquid glue. Oh, another thing, as I was talking about the glue, you know, it gives you that wiggle room, and boy, do I need wiggle room sometime. It's like, oh, I don't want it there. Okay, so now we're going to do this, and this is going to be the lid. Okay, so just 2 more tabs. Hold it a second. Okay, and then another one. So, okay, if you think you like the idea of the blessing box and you think you might try it in to have cards to hand out and bless someone, I'd like to see you give a heart. Okay, all right, there's that. Okay, there we go. See there? So easy. Yeah, there's a heart. Way to go. Okay, so now I'm using the designer paper, woohoo, for hearts. The designer paper that is the stacks, like the Regal stack, the neutral stack that has 4 different prints in there, and I love this gingham. So I'm putting that on top. But first, I wanted a little bit of bow on there to make it pretty. And so I'm using the, oh gosh, braided linen trim. And just going to tie a bow. And I'm doing it, notice, before I glue it onto the top of the box. So let me do this and tie a bow. I probably should cut it, which let me do that now. Okay, so that designer paper is cut, well shoot, I don't know that I measured it. I'll have to measure it in a minute for you, for myself. I have my notes, but it seems like I forgot to measure this. Oh, it's 3 by 3, 3 by 3. And it's going to go right here. So let me go ahead and glue that down. I've got the air conditioner in the studio going full blast. I'm ready for a little cool snap, which I think we might get next Friday. Okay, there we go. So now let me get some Whisper White and I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. So I have this, it says thankful for you each day. Okay, so what I did is I wanted it to say thankful each day. Oh no, it says thankful each day for you. So I'm leaving off the for you. So I'm just going to brush the side. This is Cajun Craze. And so I'm doing thankful each day. And stamp it. And then I'm going to punch it with my 1 1/2 inch circle punch. And then I have a sponge dauber here, and I'm taking my Cajun Craze ink. I think it has ink on it, but I want to put a little bit more. And sponge around the edge. Then I'm going to grab some scrap paper to put on my work surface. I'm going to be doing some stamping with the leaves that are in this set, but I also want to stamp off because I don't want it to overwhelm the sentiment. So I should just leave these open if I can keep from making a mess. Crushed curry, Mossy Meadow, and Cajun Craze. I'm going to try leaving them open. If you hear me holler, it's because I made a mess. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to take the large leaf and ink that up, stamp off again, and then do that. And then I'm going to also come down here. See, it still has barely enough ink on there to use. Next one, I'm going to use just Mossy Meadow. Stamp off twice, and I think I'm not going to use the crushed curry on the outside here. Okay, and then I have the storybook label punch that I'm using to back that, and some gold glimmer paper. Let's see, I don't want to waste it because I'll need to. Okay, and then I also want to punch one of the little leaves from the punch pack that goes with this set. So this, when you're gluing to glimmer paper, you should use liquid glue so it gets down in all those little crevices. Okay. And this is an easy, I know this is a very easy project, guys, but you know, we need easy sometime, don't we? And it's like you want to be able to do this, these blessing cards for this blessing box. You want to be able to do it often. And so if it's something you know you can do in a little bit, a few minutes, then you're more likely to do it. And then more people will be blessed. I probably should have used a glue dot, so I'm going to stick that down there underneath the bow. Okay? All right, there's the outside. Now let's start on our cards. Cajun Craze, for 3x3 cards, you cut them 3x6 and score in half at 3. I have a 2 3/4 inch square that's going to go over top. And I've already punched another of the story label in glimmer, and I did the glimmer paper or glitter paper because I wanted it to go wow. I wanted it to look a little special, even though it was just a little card. Okay, and so we're going to do another sentiment that says thankful each day. Again, if you want to just do part of a sentiment, use our Stampin' Right markers. Or if you want to use, if you don't have these and you want to use your ink pad, you could put a Post-it note over the bottom, okay? And then before you stamp, take your Post-it note off. Okay, let's see. How many of these do I need? I need another one, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp that right now, I think. Yes, but I'm going to do it in Mossy Meadow. Okay. So let me get my Mossy Meadow marker and do the same thing, but I wanted it in a different color. Okay. Stamp here. So let me go ahead and punch these out with the 1.5 inch circle. And we're going to do the same thing. Just stamp some leaves, and you can decide which color you use. I found that when you're doing something like this, if you use like 2 or 3 colors and not, you know, so much you're dealing with, it goes a lot quicker and you're more likely to do it. Okay, so on this one for the Cajun Craze card, I'm using Cajun Craze again and Mossy Meadow. Then I can go ahead and sponge around. Put that here. And then this onto the glimmer paper, which is a storybook label punch. Yeah, easy is always good, Shannon, you're right. Easy is always good. And then I'm just going to put that in the center. And this one's going to be ready to go, except for 2 3/4 inch square of Whisper White. That, just center it. Just write a little note. And I'm going to take, just to dress up the inside a little bit. Always keep your glimmer paper scraps because it's great for these types of little punches that really pack a punch on your projects. Okay, so there's one. Okay, let's go ahead and do a Mossy Meadow one. I'm just randomly selecting which side of the paper to use. It doesn't matter because it's all coordinating. All right, and so here is the Thankful Each Day, and I think I wanted to do For You, but it's okay, this will be all right. Okay, so this one I'm going to do a little bit different just to show you a little bit of a different technique. Stamp off once, then stamp over. And this one you got to be careful, but I'm going to take a blender pen and I'm going to pull in some of that Cajun Craze color. Now, if I'm not too careful and I go over the Thankful For You or Thankful Each Day, it will pull that Mossy Meadow color in here too. And like I said, these are our blender pens. It's good for blending our classic inks and gives that a little bit of color. See there? That's fun technique and easy. Let's sponge again. And I decided to go with just the Cajun Craze on everything, so I didn't have to think about which sponge dauber I was going to pick up. You know what I mean? Just, it's there, do it. Okay. There we go. Another leaf for the inside. See how fast this goes? Of course, you know, I pre-cut those out, but you know, if you do it like cut all your little 3x3 cards, 3x6, score it in half at 3, then all your Whisper White, and then these, then it's easy, quick, ready to go. Oh, think about what you're doing, Lisa. All right. Okay, let's do one more. Crushed curry. How about that? So for crushed curry, I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to do this one that says, thankful each day for you. The whole sentiment, because this is something I would give to a family member or friend, someone that I know, not just if I was handing them out randomly. Okay, so thankful each day for you. 1 1/2 inch circle punch. Okay. Then I'm going to take, what do I want to do here? This, I'm going to clean this off. And y'all have seen these stamp cleaning pads in the catalog, huh? The annual catalog. I mean, it gets yucky looking, but it cleans a stamp. You kind of get as much ink off of it as you can to start with, and then you tap that pad on it, and then it cleans. Look how good it cleans. Okay, so now I want to put thanks, Diana. Yes, it's really easy. Okay, so now I'm using crushed curry. Okay, so I'm going to try to get it where I'm not too much over the sentiment. Because I want to use my blender pen again. Okay, so with your blender pen, when you've used it on one color, you want to scribble until it's clear, and then you can use it on a different color. Isn't that cool? If you've never tried them, you need to try it. Okay, and then, of course, our Cajun Craze around the edge. All right, then one more storybook label to go on top, and then we'll finish this last card, and I'll show you all of them together. Okay. Hey, Cheryl. All right. And then let's go ahead. Whoa. Let's put this on. That. And let's do our center. And we're going to need one more little leaf. You think I can fit it here? Yep. Telling you, those scraps come in handy with those little punches. So I hope you will try something like this, because you know, it not only blesses the person that receives the card or finds the card, but it blesses you too, because there, you know, there's nothing like doing something even anonymously, knowing that it's going to make a difference. Okay? Here we go. Thank you, Arlene. Okay, so let's look at all of them. They're just so pretty with all that glimmer paper. It really, I had tried it with just the circle on there without the glimmer paper. And then I tried a solid color. And when I tried the glimmer paper, I thought this is it, because super special. Okay, so here I did 3 Cajun Craze cards, 3 Mossy Meadow, and 3 crushed curry with the little envelopes that match, all to go in the blessing box. And now I have 2 blessing boxes, so I'm going to have to make enough to go in the other one too. Okay? All right, and look, they all fit in here neatly. Show you. It's a good little fit for just a little box. Bam. There you go. Okay, I hope you will take this idea and run with it and just bless someone by leaving a card somewhere, leaving it on their pillow, leaving it in their lunch kit, on your coworker's desk. I mean, you know, you don't sign it. Just leave the little bit of love, okay? Make someone's day. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, next week, I won't have Sunday Crafternoon because it's World Card Making Day, and I will be going live several times on Saturday right here. And I do hope you tune in. Thank you for sharing. And oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Glad you enjoyed it. And if you need anything, please let me know. I'd be happy to help you. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to serve you. So anyway, just reach out, and thanks again, and enjoy your blessing box. Have a great evening. Take care. Bye-bye.